Did you have any idea this calling was coming? When did you first hear about it? Tell me about that.
You know, every time an apostle is called, a lot of people are talking about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Who is going to be called?
Yeah.
But really, I've enjoyed my calling for the past 13 years more than anything else. Being in the presiding bishopric of the church has been full of amazing experiences, and particularly to be so close to the 12 and reporting to the First Presidency. And so...
so when did you hear about it? When did you...
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
What did they say?
Well, this is not they, that's President Oaks.
Oaks called you?
And so we were in a meeting with the First Presidency and the 12, and he asked me to wait a little bit. And he took me to a little room and sat next to me and extended the call to be an apostle in the name of the Lord.
Was your wife there?
She was not there because we were in a meeting. But who do you think is the first person I called?
And
she was actually there, but 2 levels up in the same building.
So you said yes right away without talking to her?
So we had a discussion.
Before you said yes?
We had a discussion I'm going to explain you.
Okay.
When I was called as a general authority, so that's 17 years ago, the prophet called home in Paris, France, and he said, "Are you ready to serve?" I looked at Valerie, she said yes, and I said yes, to a calling that was taking us out of our country for the next 26 years of our life.
Yeah.
And now more. And the next day I said, "Valerie, tell me why you said yes." And she said, "Because I had already said yes a long time ago in the temple." And so the yes is, we don't need to look at each other and say, is it yes for this, yes for that? We go where the Lord wants us to go. That's a commitment we've made since the first days of our marriage. And so we don't need to think about it. The Lord asks, we do. And with a sense of great gratitude and privilege.
So had you made plans for retiring? I mean, did you just see your life pass before your eyes? Like,
of course.
Were you planning to go back to France?
Of course. We have the larger part of our family is in France. We have a few children here in Utah as well who came with us when we moved 13 years ago. And so our heart is in both countries. And so this is not going to change.
Yeah.
But of course, we'll have a little less opportunities in the future to live in France.
It is to the end of your life, you know.
It is. The Lord is in charge, so.
Okay, so let's talk about finances. You've been in charge of this giant financial institution, and it's received some criticism for its wealth, etc. What do you think the church could do? How could the church be a little more transparent with members or with outsiders?
So I've had many opportunities to express myself as the presiding bishop. Now I'm not in that role anymore, but let me just say one thing. I think the most important, if there is a principle to understand about the finances of the church, it is that the church is not a business. It's not a financial institution. It's not even an education organization. It's not even a humanitarian organization. It is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so all the resources that are available, and I'm not even talking about money only, it's the great resources of the members of the church, their time, their genuine consecration. All of this is to accomplish the Lord's work. There is no other purpose. And so this is what I've said as a presiding bishop. I'll continue to say it because it's real. I've lived it in every detail.
So President Oaks recently said in his speech that the church had more work to do with women. What do you think the church needs to do? What could it do more? To involve women, to elevate women?
I just love serving with women. in my role in the presiding bishopric, as you know, we had a responsibility for caring for those in need, and we did it with the Relief Society General Presidency. Those three sisters, our dear friends, dear associates, and for as many years I've been in bishopric, we've worked very closely with them. They were in the decisions as full partners in those decisions and coordination. They've taken the lead in many of the work of caring for those in need around the world, nutrition and many other projects. And so this is only a reflection of what exists, and I hope exists in every unit of the church, any ward, any branch in the church, that there is a great partnership between men and women together, families together, working.
But what else could you do? I mean, obviously, what you're describing is what has been working, but he said there's more work to do.
So, President Oaks will probably teach on that, I guess. But I think there's a lot more that we need to do, certainly. And I'm genuinely interested in this topic because you know how family is important for the church, but especially for me personally, because my family is the most important part of my life. And so we share every decision with my wife, and I'm a believer in the strengths of women and the church.
So you've been involved a lot with sustainability projects. I know that's a big effort of yours. Would you like to see a sustainability calling in every ward?
Oh, I didn't think about it. Of course, a bishop can extend a lot of callings that he desires. But let me say something about sustainability, because it's a topic that I love, like all the topic of the gospel. But there is a doctrine in this, which is very simple. The Lord extended two great commandments: to love God and to love our neighbor. And to love God includes loving His creations. And loving our neighbor includes loving every son and daughter of God upon the earth. And those things go together. And so as we love and respect God's creations, that's the best way also. That's one of the best ways to care for those in need around the world. So those things have come together very nicely in my time as presiding bishop, but are really relying on doctrine. Also, the church has to set an example of such. Like every doctrine that we teach, we set an example. We want to show to the members of the church that they have an opportunity in their own lives, in their own communities, to exemplify those principles.
So change the subject a little. Do you anticipate a time when same-sex married Latter-day Saints could go to church together?
Well, a lot of things have been said on this. The doctrine of the gospel is very clear. I don't think I can add to it. I can only confirm the declarations of prophets and apostles on the topic. And I will say, that shouldn't surprise you, that I believe in the fact that every son and daughter of God has a genuine chance and opportunity to live the gospel and one day return to our Heavenly Father through the ordinances and covenants. This is at the center of what we know to be true.
Two more.
Okay. All right. So is the church overstretched in its temple building? Is that why President Oaks didn't name any more temples?
So it was interesting when President Oaks announced didn't announce that any new temples at conference. And I was talking with our teams. It's not my teams anymore, but the teams that build temples. And they said, there are people that say, so you don't have any work anymore. They said, well, we just have to build 172 temples. So No, the work is going fast and forward, and those people building temples are very, very, very busy. It's a miracle, actually, what's happening.
Do you think
around the world.
more will be announced?
I hope so, but this is a prerogative of President Oaks. That's not mine.
Okay, last question. You both grew up in France, Bordeaux, right?
Yeah.
And
She's a Parisian, actually. She's
from
Paris.
Okay. So, what was that like being a member in a place where there weren't very many? What was it like growing up in the church? And how does that help you form your view of the global church?
Oh, thank you. That's a very good question. Actually, the consequence of growing up in France is most of your friends are not members of church. So you live and you become friends with Catholic, Protestants, every Muslims, and you get to know them and live with them and love them. And so I think, very comfortable. My wife and I are very comfortable with just spending time with people who are not members of our faith. We just are curious, but also interested in what they believe in, how they live their lives. And we all go back to the same genuine faith in God.
So will you bring that sort of sensibility to looking at the global church?
Oh yes,
a lot of French speakers in Africa.
I'm global myself.
You're global yourself. That's it.
Yeah, I'm global. We lived in 4 different countries: France, Germany, England, and now the United States.
Okay.
And we've traveled the world, and I love every place. And often with my wife, we say, we could live here. And there's always wonderful people in every part of the world.
One more question. What are you guys foodies? I mean, really, a lot of French people really like different foods. What are you going to miss the most of French food, or what?
I'm already missing.
What do you already miss? Yeah, what do you already miss about?
This is why we go back to France on a regular basis. But my wife is a wonderful cook. And so we have French food all the time at home.
Oh, nice.
And so we have crepes and what else? Quiche.
Crepes and quiche, good.
Quiche Lorraine. She's from Lorraine, which is in east part of France, and beautiful quiche.